All right. What is up, everybody? We're still alive. We're still here. $3 parlay coming in week 9. Took a couple weeks off. We made some really bad bets back in week 6, and we figured we'd punish ourselves as a way to get back into the swing of things. So, Michael, how you doing, man? It's been a couple weeks.
I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, just like you said, sometimes the way to kill a cold streak is just sit it out. So that's what we did. Both Graham and I were on a little bit of a bender there for a while, so we also had to, kind of put our professional lives on timeout a little bit. But I'm ready, locked in this week, looking at a couple really good games that I like, and over the $50 profit mark. So
Yeah, you've had a hell
milestone.
of a year.
It's a milestone. Yeah. Halfway, well, I guess if you take out the last 2 weeks, $50 through 6 weeks, that'll do. That'll do.
That will do. Yeah, throwing up the scoreboard right here so everybody can
There
see
we
it.
are. Yeah. So, not the best. Both of us were just one pick away from each other. Um, my strategy of kind of front loading those games that I really liked paid off well for me. The Green Bay versus Tampa Bay game that I'm pretty sure I spent like 2 or 3 minutes specifically talking about on how Green Bay could not lose,
Yeah.
lost. And the worst
Yeah.
part was, I was at a wedding that started at 5 o'clock on a Sunday, and this game kicked off 4:30 on a Sunday, so I couldn't even watch it.
But
I
that's
was in
that's
the
probably
wedding.
for the best of your sanity and health, honestly. But
Yeah,
yeah, I mean,
no,
you you
100%.
you had a hell of a week. Going back to week 6 and looking at mine, Eagles backdoor covered on that one. That was a really frustrating game. I remember that. I remember being really happy with my picks up until that game. Um, we're undefeated on the tastiest picks of the week. I
That's
kept
the
I
big.
kept telling Michael throughout the hiatus what the pick would still be. Still hit on those. Really, really proud of those. So we're going to keep that going. We went back to the lab, got the old Excel sheets, the old spreadsheets going. We think we got a new formula that's going to put us back on the map, and so we're going to get after it here in week 9. And I think just to mix it up a little bit, just to get things rolling in a different direction, Michael, why don't you start us off with a pick?
Oh, wow. I mean, that is music to my ears because there's a game going on tonight. The NFL started this new scheduling a couple years ago. Thursday night
Action.
football.
Oh, NFL.
Yeah,
Got it.
yeah. Green Bay Packers are playing. Now, I don't know if it'll be the Green Bay Packers who I'm used to seeing because half the team's injured or out on COVID. And I don't know if it'll be the 49ers that I'm used to seeing or you're used to seeing because
Right.
they're also injured. But let's go against the grain here. And let's go with San Francisco plus a full 7 points at home to start it off. I'm gonna do a little bit abnormal and not just pick with my heart. I'm gonna pick with my brain. There's 2 reasons why I like this. The Green Bay Packers got smashed last week by Dalvin Cook and the Vikings run game. I mean, smashed 4 touchdowns, 200 all-purpose yards. If there's any team better at running the ball and if there's any coach better at scheming up a run, it's going to be Shanahan and it's going to be the 49ers. I know that they're injured and they've got, who is it, McMullen or whoever the hell at quarterback,
Yeah.
but the Packers cannot stop the run. The 49ers have shown they're one of the best run teams in the past 2 or 3 years. I think they get it done. Again, I don't know how this will end, but I think the 49ers are able to keep it close.
No, I agree. That's the first one I had on my board. Just with the game being here in an hour, was both 49ers plus 7, and they came to go over 48 and a half.
Okay.
I mean, but especially with as many injuries as the 49ers are dealing with right now, I think it'll be a closer game. But to your point, I haven't seen it in the past. Kyle Shanahan can draw up a run game, and I think that's all he wants to do this week, especially with all the injuries, to just get out of this week
Yeah.
and get his team healthy. Packers are going to score points. That's not going to be a problem. But I'm with you. I mean, seeing what the Packers have done these last couple of weeks, it's hard to go into this game thinking that they're going to cover a 7-point spread, which is pretty lofty, especially as the away team.
Yeah. All right. Well, good. Glad to hear we agree. Let's see where you are.
All right. So I think I'm going to go ahead and get this one out of the way, just so that we can go ahead and talk about it and be done with it. Big game coming up on Saturday. It's actually a couple of really big games, and I think I'm going to take Maryland at Penn State, and I'm going to take University of Maryland plus 25.
Yeah, that's a lot.
For minus 110. And portion of this is, by God, Penn State has not looked good. And the other side is Maryland might have themselves a little bit of an offense. They looked really good last week on Thursday Night Football. I don't know. 25 points is a lot.
That is a lot. Yeah, I agree. You look at it, Penn State can score 40 points. Maryland only needs to score 15 to get a push.
Yeah,
I definitely could see it happening. I definitely could see it happening with a backdoor. It'll be something that you sweat out potentially. Maryland scores 10 points in the fourth quarter, something like that. But yeah, I like it. I saw that line as well. We were watching the Maryland game at the bachelor party Saturday night. We were locked in, and I agree that I don't remember how to say his first name, but Tagovailoa's little brother, Tua's little brother.
Yeah,
he looks good. He's a righty. He's a righty. It's weird seeing Tagovailoa throw right-handed, but yeah, he looks good. He looks really good, and they had a great comeback. Maryland did. Yeah, good pick. Plus 25. That's a lot of points, and I definitely think it's something that is a good first pick. So let me stick with the NFL here.
Oh,
yeah, because I've been doing really well. I want to look at what my numbers are for just NFL specifically, and release that as its own Patreon package.
Uh-oh.
Go ahead and give me the Seahawks -3 at the Buffalo Bills. 2 words. Let Russ cook. What does that mean to you?
I think that means 3 interceptions and a loss to Arizona, but I could be wrong.
That actually is very true. No, this actually has nothing really to do with the Seahawks and more to do with what I think of Kyle Allen just not being a good quarterback. He started the season off the first 3 weeks so hot, and then since then fell off. Last week he righted the ship a little bit, but I think the Seahawks are going to be so good on defense that, I mean, and the offense is going to be
top
just
5.
lights out. Yeah, I mean top 5. Yeah, the Seahawks offense is a top 5 defense. If you look at Metcalf hawking players down.
I had the complete opposite of this. I had the Bills +3. I think Seahawks defense is non-existent. They're going to be playing in Buffalo. Nobody circles the wagons. We all know that.
That is true. Nobody does circle the wagons.
I think the Bills have a really good defense.
They do.
And we've seen Russ cooking and not looking as chef-like as maybe he did at the beginning of the season. So, and what I would kind of look at as being a toss-up, take the Seahawks going all the way to the East Coast. I would go the other way, but I mean, I wouldn't be surprised with the Seahawks covering this.
I just like the Seahawks. I don't know what it is. We'll see. All right, so let's circle that one as one game we disagree on, and go ahead.
Boy, well, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and take this one. So now that head coach has been fired and they're cleaning house on everything they've got, they should be trying to lose every game to get a good draft pick and set the team up for success in the future.
Right.
Like I said last week, that's exactly what they should be doing. So take the Falcons money line, which they proved to come out ahead on against the Carolina Panthers.
They did.
Taking it right here again. Denver at Atlanta. Atlanta -4. Falcons going to Falcon. They're doing everything they can to get back to 500.
And they probably will. This game really, really was something that I did not want to touch. Just because, like you said, what Atlanta are you going to get? Are you going to get the new Atlanta, or are you going to get the old Atlanta? I mean, we know what their offense can do. I'm concerned about their defense. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, what do you think? Like 20 to 20-14. Is that what you're expecting, or are you looking at more like 28-35?
Yeah, it's gonna be a high score game.
Okay.
I mean, especially with the Broncos came back last week, won that game against the Chargers. I mean, they scored 31 points against the Chargers. The Chargers have a pretty good defense. This is going to be a high scoring game. If you don't take somebody to take the spread, I would take over, which is sitting at 50 points.
50 points, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I would take the over on that easily.
Okay. Well, speaking of taking the over, let's switch back over to my picks, and we're going to stay with the NFL. We're going to go 3 in a row. We're going to go with the other team that played on Thursday night last week against the most potent offense in the NFL.
I like where this is going.
And that will be, oops, sorry, I misclicked the wrong key there. Apologies. Let me try this one more time. Voila. So it's going to be Panthers at Chiefs over 52.5 points. This comes down mostly to what I think of the Panthers' defense. Since the season started, they've lost, I believe, at least one player on all 3 levels of their defense: D-line, linebacker, D-backs. They're obviously, the Panthers' offense isn't the same without Christian McCaffrey, but
he's back.
He's back. What capacity will he be at? There's no telling. The Chiefs could cover this on their own. I didn't look at their team total. I imagine it's got to be something like 30 points, and I think it's going to be closer to 40 what they score.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just think it's going to be a high-scoring game either way. I mean, 52.5, that's super easy.
Yeah.
Kansas has shown that they can score points without McCaffrey. You get him back, even if it's at a limited capacity. I think that's a game changer for them.
Yeah, I mean, and Robbie Anderson has looked amazing. DJ Moore has looked amazing as receiving options. Teddy Bridgewater's held his own. So again, get McCaffrey back in there. How many snaps? 25, 30 snaps, whatever it's going to be. See what he can do. And let's get these 53 points. It's that easy.
Let's see here. I'm going to go back to the college game.
Okay.
And there's a big game going on this weekend in Jacksonville.
I love it. Yep, I love it.
Florida at Georgia, or as we say up here, Georgia, Florida.
Yes.
It's just the way that it goes. This might be a spite pick, but Georgia doesn't have an offense. I mean, I've been saying that for 2 years now, I think. It surprises me that they still don't have an offense with as many first-round picks and 5-star players they have on the offense. Florida doesn't have a defense. Georgia has a great defense, but Florida's shown that they can run up the score. They've got Dan Mullen, who
he'll fight anybody.
He will fight anybody. I just in a year where nothing makes sense, I think this is a game that UF wins. No, I'm not taking 3.5. I'm taking money line.
I love it. Yep, I was just about to say, why not take money line?
No, I don't know. I can't see Georgia scoring enough points to keep up with Florida. And from Florida's standpoint, Todd Grantham's going to blitz the hell out of the mailman. And I think we've seen so far that he's just not great. I mean, they put up 14 points against Kentucky, and at one point it was going to end in a 7-3 game. You can't do that against Kentucky. I'm sorry. You don't open up a game with 16 straight running plays and think you're going to win.
With this game, you might as well just fast forward to the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Because you know that the fourth quarter is going to be close. Might not be tied, might not be within, 1 or 2 or 3 points, but it'll be close. And whose offense do you trust more with those 2 possessions you're going to get in the quarter? In college, maybe 3 possessions. And I agree. Yeah, you got to go with the UF offense. I had the over on that, just because I think it's going to go over. But after listening to what you said, I would 100% agree with you. Let's go UF money line. Let's get the positive odds there and kind of chase it. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
All right. Well, scratch that one off the list. Let's stay with the SEC though. And let's talk about a team that does have a good defense. And that is the University of Tennessee Volunteers, who, in my opinion, has a good defense.
Well, really, they've just had to play a lot of defense because they've thrown so many interceptions.
Correct. Yeah. And that's great because I'm going to take the under on this game. I remember betting on them on the other side, Arkansas, a few weeks ago, and Felipe Franks. We know who Felipe Franks is. He's not good. Can he win you a game? Yes. Will he probably get an upset at some point this season? Yes. But 52.5 points for the way that these teams play, I don't see it happening. This game will end 20-17 and, be easy. Yeah. 50. When I saw 52.5, which is the same as the Chiefs Panthers right above, I mean, where are the points coming from? Tennessee is going to score points. Arkansas is going to score points, but 52.5 combined? No way. No way.
I'm with you. I had this game at Vols -2 just because I thought that was a really weird line. I mean, Tennessee has all the talent. Arkansas, not really. But I'm with you there. I don't see this as being a high-scoring game. It's two pretty awful teams that at least have defense.
Right. And, just kind of what you were saying, going back to your pick again, I don't trust either one of the offenses enough to score 3 touchdowns throughout a whole game, 4 touchdowns throughout a whole game. 3 touchdowns still keeps you in the 52 under. Yeah, it's not going to happen. I would even double down on this bet as it changes if there's an early score and you get a higher, 56, 57, 58 live line.
Yeah, I'm with you. Let's see here. Do I want to go back to the NFL or I'm going to stick in college football? We know this is one of my favorite teams. They're just severely underrated. I don't understand it. I'm going to take Pitt at Florida State and take Pitt straight up.
Wow.
Sure, Florida State beat North Carolina a couple weeks ago. It was a great upset. It was a great moment for the rebuilding program, but they followed that up with a clunker in Louisville against a team in Louisville that's really awful that they should have beat. Defense looked like they couldn't stop anything. Offense had their moments here and there. They came out strong. They had a bounce pass, touchdown run, throw. Like we're getting somewhere. But this Pitt team, I think, has been underrated. I think they've had a couple of games that they should have won. They've kept things close. I think this is going to be an easy Pitt win.
So I do know one thing that I wanted to comment on this. I didn't end up writing it down because I'll be at the game and I don't want to have to cheer for it one way or the other. But I know that Pitt has a player who's top 7 in college football for sacks at like 11. What worse single player could you think of on defense to disrupt the FSU offense? And it's going to be somebody who's going to just absolutely destroy the offensive line, get to Jordan Travis, not let him, go through these razzle-dazzle plays. I think, that factor alone is good enough for the Pitt straight up, unfortunately.
And they've got a bit of an offense as well. I think they're a more complete, well-rounded team. So,
well, the thing with Pitt and the thing that they've always had is they're blue nose, blue chip, Pittsburgh Steeler Rust Belt players. They're going to come out. They don't have.
They're Panthers.
They're Panthers. They're not walking around like they're going to be, NFL players guaranteed, and they're
except for like Aaron Donald. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but that's once in a lifetime. Yeah, I like Pitt. I like them this week. I just don't want to bet on them.
Yeah, I feel you there.
Fair enough. Last but not least, let's go with a pick that really I got to give a little bit of credit to you because you were the one that showed me just how bad this team was, and I've kind of been chasing their opponents the past few weeks. So I'm going to go with Memphis covering 18 points against a horrible
Yeah, pretty
South
bad.
Florida team. Memphis, not what they were last year. Mike Norvell brought the staff over here, but this is more about South Florida. I mean, honestly, this is a real question. Can they score 10 points in this game against
South Florida?
against a pretty good Memphis defense?
No.
Yeah, I don't know. 18 points is a lot, but I think in this scenario where you look at just how bad South Florida has been, yeah.
I'm with you. I didn't even think to look back at them because they have been awful. And I've got a buddy of mine who went to USF, and every week just watching him on Twitter just talk about just how awful this team is.
They're bad. I mean,
feel for them.
they are so
and that's
bad.
coming from Florida State fans that have to watch our team go out and have talent and do nothing. This is bad.
They're bad. They're bad.
Ugh.
All right. And last but certainly not least, are those taste buds kind of? Are you getting what I'm getting?
Your mouth is watering. You can smell it. You can feel it. I mean, everybody's hungry. This is the tastiest pick of the week. This is the pick that we're bringing you. That's going to win you some money. It's not juiced. You take this to the bank, undefeated on it so far, and I got a good one that I feel like is going to continue to carry us over. We're going to go back to the NFL on this one, and this one might cause some controversy.
Oh man,
yeah, this is going against every fiber in my body to make this pick, but it's a big matchup going on this week, and it's the Ravens at the Colts. And honestly, I got to take the Colts money line.
Oh my goodness!
For plus 110.
So you got 3 money lines in there.
I'm trying to make some money back this week.
I like the aggressiveness. I also like this Colts. They just got Darius Leonard back, all-pro linebacker who I want to say last year, the year before, was top 3 in tackles in the whole league. Yeah. He's going to be a difference maker. He's really the little engine that could for that defense. I like this pick a lot. Yeah, and I like the aggressiveness on the money line. What was the spread for?
Let's see.
I don't have it written down.
1.5.
Well, okay, 1.5.
Yep. You can get Colts as the home team plus 1.5 for even odds. So I mean, I don't know. I watched, thankfully, because the Falcons played on Thursday. I was able to get the Ravens Steelers game as the home game, and the Ravens just don't look good. Their running game looks really good, but they don't look like they have it all together. They look like they need their bye week to come to kind of realign on a bunch of things. And Lamar just didn't look like he had it. He was out of sync with Marquise.
And did you see the tweet that Marquise had after the game?
And then he deleted it. Yeah, they got a lot of stuff going on. Meanwhile, the Colts had a rocky start, but they're figuring it out. They got a veteran quarterback that's going to lead them down. They've got a great defense. They put up 41 last week against the Lions. As the home team, I don't know. I feel like this is easy to pick the Colts in a game that Vegas has right now is pretty much a pick 'em.
Yeah, it's not outrageous by any means. If there's any time to play the Ravens as the Colts, it's now. You get your all-star linebacker back. They just had a absolute stinker of a performance last week. This is it, and they'll be fired up for it.
Yeah, and this game historically has a lot riding on it. I mean, the Colts were from Baltimore, and that's where they came from. They took their football team. I mean, this is historical impact. I mean, this is two cities that hate each other. And Peyton Manning, I think, is going to show up and look really good on Sunday. So,
how many touchdowns is he going to throw for?
6.
Nice. All right, so we got our board set. Now let's go through a little wager. I'm ready. If you want to switch back over to me, you're ready. Okay, so first, I don't want to go too crazy. I will do.
Aaron Rodgers has already thrown a pick.
What?
My game's not started. Go ahead. You can put $2 on that. Okay.
Yeah, I was like, it starts at 8:20. Let's do a 150 here. No, we're not 1150. 150 here. Give me another 2-piece. Balls Razorbacks. 2-piece. And rounding this out, wow, I don't know if I want to put 250 on it. Give me a 150. Let me just readjust real quick. Let's make some money on Thursday night for our viewers. Let's change this to a just whopping $3.
Boy.
Yeah. We're gonna keep doing what I now. I'm gonna be cheering against the Packers. Oh, this hurts. Keep it.
No,
keep
you're
it.
not. I'm telling you, this is the way. If you have a team, it's not just dominating every single week. This is the way to do it. You bet against your team. That way, no matter what happens, you're happy about it.
Fair enough. Plus, that's my biggest odds. So I need to keep my winnings.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right. So to win $19.04, let's see what you got. I'm curious to see how you're going to stack your money and try to make up a little bit of ground.
I'm going to go with $3 here on this Maryland Penn State game. I'm going to go $1.50 here. Boy, I'm going to go.
Yes, that gives you $5.50 between those 3 games to really inflate this line.
I know. I'm going to go 3 on this Florida game.
I do like that pick. Yeah, that's a big one.
I'm going to go $1.50. No, what am I talking about? Going $2 there. This is not making sense. Hold on.
Yeah, let's make sure that our math is right.
Yeah, no, I gotta take $2.50 there. I'm gonna do $1 on that game. So I've got to update the odds on here because these 3 are positive, but it'll be interesting for sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It'll be at least $3 or $4.
Yeah.
If you win it out. All right.
So what do you got on your parlay?
I'm not going to put the Green Bay Packers on my parlay this week. Now, I can't make any promises about next week or in the future because then I'd be lying to myself. But go ahead and let's do this. Let's do one of my picks. And let's do a wild card. Let's throw that in there. Oop, not $2. Let's just go back and try this one more time. And a little Sunday night NFL football. New Orleans at Bucks. There is no guarantee that 1, Michael Thomas will play. 2, Drew Brees was seen yesterday on the sidelines without shoulder pads. And that has me worried about what he's going to be able to do if he even plays. So go ahead and give me the Bucks -4. And I believe my odds on there are -110. I'm curious. This is more betting on, Drew Brees' health, what he's going to be able to do. Obviously, he's not been able to throw down the field for like 6 years. Neither is Tom Brady, really. Yeah. Neither is Tom Brady, really. But you look what the Bucks did last week. You look at what the Bucks have done this whole season, and the Saints have been kind of a letdown. I mean, Alvin Kamara.
What did the Bucks do last week?
They dominated.
They almost lost to the Giants.
They dominated. They dominated.
Okay.
That's what happens when you watch only Red Zone. Is you think that a team dominates because you only see their touchdowns. Let me see. I believe I saw a tweet today that Alvin Kamara didn't even practice, either today being Thursday or yesterday. So again, I think this line could jump to 5, 5.5, 6. I'm going to jump on it now.
Well, this is. I'll tell you what. This is first game that old boy Antonio Brown's going to be playing in.
Yeah, you're right. And I mean, we all know he's a distraction.
Completely messed up. It's going to be completely messed up.
Yeah.
That's Tom Brady's going to try to force the ball to him too many times. Best case scenario for the Saints is Drew Brees doesn't play and Jabu gets in there and is a way better quarterback than Drew Brees is right now. I had Saints covering the I guess when I looked at it was +4.5, but We'll see. I mean, I've been wrong before a lot about the Bucks, but it's also the Saints. I don't know. I can't get over that.
The Saints
Let's
on
see
turf
here.
is not good. Or the Saints on natural grass is not good.
I like your Panthers, Chiefs over 52.5. I had that on my board. I'm just going to be making that one as well. I think the other one that I'm going to take is Clemson at Notre Dame. And I'm going to take Clemson -5.
I like that.
I mean, yes, Clemson's having to start their backup, who is also a 5-star quarterback, who also looks like one of the best college quarterbacks to come out of high school here recently. Notre Dame only put up 12 against Louisville. 12.
It was bad.
They had everybody.
It was bad.
This Notre Dame team looks just like they always do, overrated.
Yeah. I mean, they're number 4 in the nation, though. But they're definitely not playing like it.
Well, what, BYU's in the top 10? Cincinnati's in the top 10?
Got a point. Got a point. You've got a point.
I don't know. I was going to take ULL to cover money line at -1,000, but felt like I'd just keep it here at 2.
All right. Yeah, I like it. So we're both riding heavy on the Chiefs Panthers over 52.5. That'll be definitely something to keep an eye on. But going a little aggressive here with the money lines. I hope it works out for you, because sitting up here, it's getting kind of lonely.
Boy, I need it. Yeah. Well,
yeah.
Let's see what happens this week. We'll get back on the horse, and we'll see you guys again next week.
There we go. Cheers.
Cheers.